country club in America. So let me tell you something. Y'all don't know what white privilege looks like, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of something. You see, you want to talk about a two-tier justice system, and this is the only time that y'all have ever referenced it, when this country has a history when it comes to black and brown folk of having two separate sets of rules. And right now, what you want to do is have two separate sets of rules because Mr. Moskowitz offered y'all a fair situation. He said he would vote for Hunter to be held in contempt if y'all voted to hold all, even if you remove all of the members of Congress. There's still other people that y'all haven't decided that y'all have excuses for, but y'all don't want to hold them in contempt. But for some reason, it makes sense to hold Hunter Biden in contempt, who has tried to comply. And let me tell you why nobody wants to talk to y'all behind closed doors, because y'all lie. That's just the bottom line. You have done it thus far in this investigation. You have done it this far as it relates to this committee. In every single hearing, y'all spin. I don't know how y'all are still standing right now, because you should be quite dizzy from all the spinning that you're constantly doing when it comes to spinning the truth. You talk about free and fair elections, but you back a guy who we know tried to steal the election. And this isn't about what Democrats have to say. Let me remind you, for those of you that don't know how the justice system works, it's not a matter of the president went in and indicted Trump, but we are talking about grand juries. Grand juries are comprised of American citizens, and the people that have entered pleas of guilty that will be flipping on your leader in a minute, they are Republicans. I do want to point that out. And half of them were Republicans that were handpicked by Donald Trump himself. So, to be clear, whatever happens to your little leader, it's going to be because of the actions that he took. So you can talk all you want to about how January 6th was nonsense, but all of y'all were running at that time. Y'all were grabbing y'all's gas masks and y'all were running to your offices because you didn't know if they were coming to kill you. You should have cared that somebody was there to protect you, but instead you want to play games because you found out that it was your leader that decided that he wanted to propagate an insurrection on our country. So don't tell me that you care about the Constitution, because you don't. All you care about is Trump getting reelected, and I'll yield the last of my time to my leader.
Thank you.
Coming from a galaxy near you, this is Brothers and Booze. And here are your hosts, Greg Washington and Doug Ziegler.
And on that note, welcome to Brothers and Booze. How you doing, Doug?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Good. We had a fun one last week. I didn't see y'all. I did see y'all, but I didn't see y'all. That was fun. So we're back in the saddle here, and I'm back in the saddle with Delta Beer Labs Pilsner German style. Came out for their 5th anniversary.
Oh, nice.
Weird vibes, because now I'm drinking it out of a Parched Eagle glass. That today is the last day for Parched Eagle. The only brew pub, y'all, trivia question, only brew pub that I've ever worked at is the Parched Eagle. Cheers to the Parched Eagle, RIP, all those things. It was a great run. Madison's smallest microbrewer for 5 years, I think, going. So cheers to that, and cheers to a good Pilsner, Doug.
Nice. How's it taste?
Crisp, light, malty, like a spring. You know what I mean? This is a spring drink. I'm back to the old shower beers, Doug. This would be a good one. It's in a big can, so you can pound it, Doug. You don't have to worry about any glass being in the shower. And yeah, so it's a good one. Yeah. Happy March.
Yeah, happy March to you too, sir. So I have been. This is the best I've felt all week. I've had a head cold all week. So I'm going to be going light this week. And by light, I'm going to start with an NA, to be fair. So I'm actually starting with an NA Chouffet. Our friend Matt Strange sent me these. I could not find these.
Okay.
So this is their non-alcoholic version.
Can I see that again?
Yeah, sure. Look at that.
Really fancy for an NA.
Yeah, very fancy. Well, that's how they make all their bottles of this style. So
yeah, I was just saying though.
Yeah, very fancy for an NA for sure.
Right.
But over in Europe, like places like lots of places have like their beers, and then they have an NA standard that goes with it. It's like that parallels it. So that's not unusual for them, but for us, it seems like a lot for an NA. So I I sent Matt some beers, and then he was nice enough to send me these. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Daniel didn't know about it?
Daniel didn't know that. That's right. So
Wow.
you
Wow.
can see it's supposed to be basically an NA Belgian. So got a nice little scent to it. Nice little Belgian smell to it.
I'm not commenting on my weight. What's up, Doug?
So this is like a light Belgian, like a Belgian golden ale that's lightened, like not as heavy. Like Belgian goldens are not heavy. They're not. Golden ales aren't heavy, but you know what I mean, because it's NA, it's much lighter, a little bit more of a hops. So
It
yeah,
looks
but this
really
is,
good.
It is really good. Look at the head you get out of it too. You get a nice pour
Right.
head out of it. That doesn't
Right.
always happen with your NAs, even with your IPA NAs. They don't always pour
Right.
it like that. This is very good. If I can find more of this, I will definitely stock up on it. So cheers.
I wasn't joking either. There you go. Yeah. All right, Zach. I'll take. We're gonna jump in. We have a fun guest. Y'all already know her. Y'all seen her before. Hopefully, if not, you're gonna see her tonight. So, but before that, Doug, we have to talk about something real serious.
Real serious.
It's real serious. Dateline, London. Is that where it is? An accountant that Doug, 38, bullied at work. He wanted to go out with a bang, so he stole 170,000 pounds from his bosses and spent it all in one weekend on cocaine and hookers. So, Doug, if you were going to go out like this, what would you spend $170,000 on for a weekend?
Not cocaine and prostitutes.
I don't think your wife would approve, but
and the other part is I don't think cocaine would be that great for my heart. That would probably just freaking kill me instantly. So let's not do that.
Well, look. You want to go out with a bang, Doug? For us, that would.
Yeah, that would definitely go with a bang. I think what I would do is pay off college debt for my kids. Fancy, right?
That doesn't sound like much fun.
It is not much fun. It's not much fun paying it either, Greg. Let me just tell you that.
Well, Doug, how about half for the bills, half for you and Jill to go back to Iceland or Ireland or something? How about that?
If we were going to go back to a place we've seen, we would go to Scotland first. But yeah.
Okay. How about going back to Scotland, blowing a whole bunch of money on booze and all that, and good places to eat, and then half goes to the kids, because you know what I'm going to say now, Doug. Are you going to say it for me, or should I say it?
You say it, because I'm not sure what you're going to say.
Fuck them kids. So.
I was going to say ratty ass kids, but that equates to the same thing, right?
Fuck them kids, right? Oh shit. Our clicking sound, that's supposed to be typewriters, and it's supposed to be from a newsroom, JHG. This is what the fuck news. Okay. So we need to have the ambiance of somebody actually doing work in the back there, and they're not, but forget it. What am I explaining this shit for? Anyway. Oh, look at this, Doug.
Oh, that's awesome. Iceland's fun. You should, JG, message me, and I will talk to you some things to check out and also what to avoid.
I mean,
JG was around when typewriters around. He's not old. He's not that young.
Right. He should know that shit.
I think.
Right. He's as old as we are. He's old. So I don't know where. Yeah, he may need to drink that Black Ops Spirit that he said he was going to drink tonight. But that is a classic for sure, of course. But if I had to do something recreational, it wouldn't be hookers and blow. Daniel, fuck. Jeez, I would buy it out of place for a weekend. Oh, that's cool. That's
pretty cool.
Like in the Hamptons or something, Doug, and throw like a big ass party.
That would get you one night in the Hamptons.
Right. Well, that's what
170
I'm
grand.
saying. Look, by the time they find out that you stole that money, Doug, you only got a day and a half or some shit. Right?
That's true. We learned that from what was the fucking movie that Mike Judge did, Office Space, where they stole the money. Go shit! I put a decimal in the wrong place.
Yes. I'm sorry. That's
I have another thing for the money. And it'd just be more to what Joe will want, but I'm in agreement. Is buying some sort of I can get land reasonably cheap where I live. Is buy some land out in the woods so that I can start making my getaway cabin.
Yeah. But Doug, by the time we find out you stole that shit, it's gonna be all gone. You gotta blow it. You gotta
blow it fast. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You
gotta blow it fast.
Right. It has to be gone. Because you're going to jail. Okay.
Great. Just what I wanted.
Well, I mean, this is one way, Doug, to do it. There's obviously other ways. This is one way to do it. Obviously. wait, where did it go? To the platinum lace? Okay. I mean, all right, Doug. So, we are happy to start March, and March is National Women's History Month. So it is great that we have our friend who happens to be a woman, of course, just to start this off this month. And without further ado, we're going to bring in our friend, our homie, Angie Thomas. And Doug, oh yeah, I'll do that.
Hey,
y'all. How you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
We're doing great. How are you?
Very well. Hello, chat.
So Angie, catch everybody up on who you are in case they haven't met you before, and what are you into now? But first, Doug, what is the first question, Doug? That's the second question.
What you got in the glass? What are you drinking?
Yeah.
So what I'm drinking right now to start off, because I have a couple, Carbach. I'm doing Texas today, the Texas beers. This is Love Street Blonde. This is, I guess, a newer one. They were craft, but they went kind of big chain, but still good beer. Sorry. So I love Carbach.
And no shame from us.
Beer.
Yeah. We might shame you for food later, but that's another. We'll get to that later.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We don't shame people who they drink. Yeah, we don't shame people.
Yeah, you've been warned.
Okay.
Angie, what's been going on? You've been in your normal things, but tell everybody what that means.
So it is becoming a laundry list of things. So let me see if I can do it quick and dirty. Presently, I am the moderator for Being Black in Craft, where we don't apologize for recognizing our influence on craft beer, which is basically BIPOC industry, no matter, it's mostly focused on craft beer, but it also is everything that's craft. If it's wine, if it's liquor, if it's cider, anything that is focusing on that less than 1% that's trying to get into the business and making a difference all over the country. So I'm the moderator. We have a show on StreamYard. We go live every Monday at 7 o'clock Central on Facebook, YouTube, and I'm also adding a couple more other facets if it'll let me. I think Instagram. Then currently I just started a new position in Boots. I was the leader for the Pink Boots chapter in North Texas, but now I had to relinquish that position because I am now part of the board and I'm a communications director. So I'm the person that does the social things. We'll be doing the newsletter as well. And speaking of social, I am the social curator. So I guess social media curator for Lifting Lucy, which is a 4-team organization for BIWOC in the industry. So we help support those people in that. And wow, other than that, I think those are the main things that I do. I mean, I'm also a brand ambassador for Bacardi. So anything like that, basically you can almost see most of my bottles, some of my bottles. It's inventory. But I love doing that, and I work for AT&T. Enjoy your $5.
It's $5.
You know what that's about, right, Doug?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Doug, you got follow up here.
Okay. So, boy, that was I wonder if maybe you should just do like that guy from Memento and just tattoo all your things on your arm so you could just look down and be like, yeah, read it all off.
It's crazy. And I was like, how do you do that? See, and that goes back to why I'm tired at 4:30. So it makes sense.
That's fair. We were discussing before the show how Angie took a nap before the show, and I'm like, I would never be able to do that because that would kill me. I wouldn't be able to sleep the rest of the night. So, and that with all that you're shouldering there, I could see why you'd be tired. That makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, but I'm doing with a lot of other people, so I'm not. I mean, I'm only one, but there are people that do more than me, so I really can't complain.
Sure, you can. We'll allow it. We'll allow it for that. So, boy, I'm trying to figure out what to follow up. I had some, and then it just because I was listening to all the things, and I forgot about the Lifting Lucy. That was something that I just recently saw that you were doing. So, can you speak a bit to how that came about? Like, I'm familiar with all the other stuff, but that one is new to me. Could you talk a little bit more about that?
So, Lifting Lucy is a nonprofit organization where we support BIWOC in the beer industry. So, for instance, we have coming up, CBC is coming up, and we have an entity or an extension of Lifting Lucy called the House of Lucy, where already you're in the beer industry, you probably don't make a lot of money. If you're able to get yourself to CBC, which is, I think, is like a $500 or $600 ticket, it's very expensive. Then you have to have housing. So we have an entity called the House of Lucy, where if you apply and you are a BIWOC person, you can actually maybe put in an application to try to get into the House of Lucy, where we have sponsors that have given us money to have this place. So you have your lodging. So that's something that you don't have to worry about. And in the House of Lucy, it's more like I guess you would say like a safe space, because it can be overwhelming. I went to CBC last year. It's amazing. It's a lot, but then there's also some microaggressions that may happen, and you want to go somewhere where you can talk to someone that understands, that look, or understands, hey, I just need somebody just to vent to. So that's what we do. And we also have our Boosters Brunch. Usually we'll have that at the end of a period where we allow people to come in, we eat, we talk, and we kind of commune together. And again, for those Black, Indigenous women of color, there's times that we have to kind of reach back to each other. And in that process, we also allow for therapists or someone that is in that profession to be there, because there's a lot of things that may come up that you didn't really necessarily know that was going to come up, and those feelings are there, and we don't want to leave people broken. We want you to be, feel whole. So that's, we're going to feed you. We're going to, try to push some things around and make you feel better and send you off on your way. But yeah, I'm so excited to be a part of the team, and we do a lot of education and a lot of connecting with other organizations to assist with Black, Indigenous women of color as far as getting jobs, educating the actual organization, and that's how we get our money to do the things that we do.
So this is a nonprofit organization.
Yes.
So y'all will take donations. So if
Yes.
y'all feel that this is a good thing and y'all want to support it, y'all know what to do. That's all I got for that. Doug, you have anything else?
No, that was just something that I didn't know a lot about, and thank you for clearing that up, Angie, a bit. And
Yeah.
amplifying, lots of amplifying the right voices. A side tangent to that is just I understand a bit from running a committee for Pride in my company that I work for, which is very large. That getting the message out is sometimes the hardest thing. So that I understand just how difficult it can be, but it's a good thing that you're doing here with Lifting Lucy and being Black and Craft that to help raise voices that need to be heard. So yeah, bravo.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So Zach was a little bit confused. He thought that. So I'm glad we cleared
I am
all that up, right?
So.
Right, right. Angie, one of our favorite events is always on the horizon here, which is Barrel and Flow. I just bought my VIP ticket yesterday. Are you going to be in attendance this year?
I don't know. I don't know. What I have done is I've submitted a proposal for the Friday session, and one thing that I see is a lot of people come in early, and they want people to come and be a part of those sessions. But if I'm not a brewer, I'm not opening a brewery. I'm not thinking I want to drink beer. So I submitted a proposal that hopefully will be more interesting to people that are enthusiasts. So if that goes through, I'll come, because my partner, my sister from another mister, she's not coming. And those hotel prices are skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And so I need a little help. You know, it's like, you know, between the airfare to Pittsburgh, it's $500 to Pittsburgh. Why?
I don't know. Pittsburgh's a nice city. It's not that nice.
No, it's I love going there. I love going there, but I'm just like, but it's Pittsburgh.
Right.
Why is it $500-$600? So what I'm trying to do is, you know,
mitigate it, those bills.
I mean, honestly, I really, I'd already said that I wanted to go and do more, go to other festivals. So I know for sure, I'm going to Soul Mega. It's in August during my birthday month, because usually Barrel and Flow is my birthday gift to myself. So I'm gonna do Soul Mega for sure. Barrel and Flow is still kind of on the horizon, trying to see.
Okay.
And more than likely, what I'll do is not, because I will come in like on Thursday. Maybe if I don't come in so early, maybe I'll set the price.
You'll cut off days. You'll cut off days, but you'll still be there at the time when the peak time is the weekend.
Yeah, if I come in like daybreak on Friday, that's good enough.
Yeah. Well, we hope you can make it work, because we'd love to see you there. Because Greg and I,
of course, because I didn't get.
And
my
it's like a family
story.
reunion, and it's like a family reunion too. Yeah, you know, I mean, we see each other every year in and out, but Angie, I'm with you. There's so many. You know, before when Barrel and Flow started and it was Fresh Fest, you know, it felt like it was the only defined place for Black people to get together and talk about beer and that. And now we have, you know, just like we do, we propagate pretty good, and we spread our wings really good when, you know, when we're allowed to, and so there's so many different things going on now, whether it be Blacktoberfest, whether it be, you know, CBC trying to be more open and welcoming to people, I believe, but they still got issues. And then there's these other little pop-up things that are coming up. I just saw on the Lift and Lucy website, Celeste Betty's going to have, you know, or Harlem Fest. It looked like Harlem
Mhm.
Beer Fest. So I mean, there's just so many things that it's just become impossible to like touch them all.
Yeah. And you just gotta kind of pick and choose because that's my vacation. But like for this year, I'm gonna be working it. My vacation is beer related, but that's what I gotta use for my vacation. So I only have like
Mm,
one little sliver of something to do where I'm just
mm.
enjoying and just kicking it and just talking shit.
Well, so no big Jamaica trip this year?
No, that was for a friend. It was her birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah. So no,
that's
nothing
cool
like
though.
that. I
Whatever the
I
excuse is. I don't care.
yeah, I toyed around doing maybe as far as travel, doing a train ride. Um,
Hmm.
and I thought about going to Portugal where Robert Squaggins
Scruggs.
is. Yeah, I was like, I know somebody that's there that
Mm-hmm.
they'll be cool. Uh, but then I realized I wanted to go to Amsterdam. Everybody mind their business, but I wanted to go to Amsterdam, but it's not close, so I had to pick. So I don't know.
Mm, mm. So while we're on this, Doug, before we get to our second, Doug, do you have another question before I got a quick
No,
question that's
I'm
related
at
to this? So let's talk about while we're talking about travel, and I knew Angie could talk on this one. I saw this list and I thought it was amusing, so I figured we would talk about it. Can y'all tell me
Mm.
what the worst airport that you've ever been to in your whole life and why? Angie, you can go first. Doug, are they on this list?
Mm.
no, mine's not on
Angie,
this
are they
list.
on? Is it on this list? What's going on, Angie?
Mm.
What was your
I'm,
worst
I'm
unit?
trying to
What's
think
the
if
worst
I
one?
had a really bad experience. I
What's the
really
worst
haven't.
airport? What's the worst airport you've been to? Amenities, bathrooms, too many people. What? What?
It was,
what
I mean, if I would necessarily pick one, it would be
mm-hmm,
Atlanta, and it's because of stress level.
mm-hmm,
Um, because when you get out the plane and then you have to find the
mm-hmm.
train, and then you have to figure out which way it's going and all that kind of shit. I just like it stressed me out. I think I had a dream about it. It was just bad. But it's
This,
more of stress. That was it. The stress
Mm-hmm.
and making sure that I got there, because if it gets you there right on the dot, oh man.
yeah.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
like running through the airport. But I'm
Doug,
offended that DFW is there. What y'all got about DFW? They good.
I
I don't know. I've
I
never been there.
skipped through there. I skipped through there. I think I had a flight change there or something like that. So I didn't. I don't really know anything about it. Doug, what's your worst airport?
I'm wondering if Daniel's going to agree with me because it's in New York City. It's LaGuardia. LaGuardia
Mm.
Airport sucks.
Is it
The
on
traffic
there?
getting in is terrible. The traffic getting out is terrible. It's just not like that's where Jill and I flew out of to go to Iceland and where we returned. We got back into the United States at fucking midnight, and it was a 5-lane traffic jam getting out of LaGuardia at that time of night.
Mm.
And that's because it's not well laid out. But like as far as the traffic is concerned, the traffic's a big thing with that. And the airport is fine, but it's the getting in and out of there just sucks.
Okay. So I have a bunch actually. So I don't
Really?
even know where to start. So I'm gonna second Atlanta, and the reason is because that was the only airport that I literally was running my fat ass down these big huge corridors, and then you know how you have like those moving escalator things, and
Mhm.
like the people just stand in them, and then I'm like trying to use that to get some momentum, and then I get to the fucking plane, Angie, because I was worried that I was going to miss it, and then we end up sitting on the fucking tarmac for like 2 hours or like an hour and a half or something like that, and then like of course I ran, so I'm sweating bullets like next to the person next to me. I was clammy, and then the
Oh
air
man.
conditioner wasn't on because they were saving
Oh,
energy, and it was just this
mm-mm.
whole ass thing. So Atlanta, you get but otherwise Atlanta's a nice airport actually, but it's
Yeah.
just so big and it's intimidating. and there's so many terminals, and it's just a hot mess. Now, the worst one though really is that it's not O'Hare, even though O'Hare's pretty bad. And if we're doing top 3, I would put O'Hare there. But what's that second one? Midway in Chicago? That place, Doug. It felt like it was made in its 40s and it didn't update itself. And it's just like it doesn't get any I don't know. It's just that place is a whole ass mess. I flew in there and my friend was there. Yeah. What's up, Angie?
I said that's definitely an honorable mention. People, my Chicago friends, they asked me which location I'm coming out of, and there's one that they refuse to go to. I can't remember which one it is, but they're like, absolutely not. They hate it.
Yeah, all air travel sucks regardless of airport. Yes, Jeff, but that's not the question. The question is the airport. Just so you know, sir. So we're focusing on the airport because some airports are better. I love Denver. I think Denver is a fabulous airport. I don't know if y'all have ever been there, but that place it's new. It's nice. In between the terminals, Angie, they got like this high speed shuttle thing. You go in, it's really nice. They got a beautiful craft beer bar there. All kinds of different choices. It's really nice. What else do I like about Denver? There's one other thing. So Denver, really quick. I flew into Denver, Doug, after Dad 2.0, and it was a blizzard, and it almost got canceled. I don't know if you remember that or hearing people say that. So we roll into Denver, and it's literally a blizzard. And when you're going down the runway, you see nothing but plow trucks, and it was crazy. So then they're like, well, we're gonna have a delay because we have to de-ice the plane wings, and I'm just like, oh fuck. And it just went on. It was smooth, man. It was smooth. They do this all the time, but as someone who doesn't fly in blizzards all the time, it was a bit. And I'm not, I'm kind of a little bit weird on the plane. I'm cool on the plane, but I'm a little bit get me off this thing. I'm not as bad as Aaron Govea is, Doug, but you know how Aaron Govea is. That man takes a damn plane trip and it's all on his social media and he's whining about being in an air tube and all that shit. It wasn't that bad, but it was but after I was done, I was like, damn, Denver's a good airport, and they actually made me feel safe, even though I didn't feel safe because why are you de-icing my plane wings? What are you doing? What the hell's going on? So so it was good. All right, y'all. Anybody have a second beer before we get into anything else? Oh, Angie. Someone has something.
If you'll buy it, I'll go.
Yeah. Jeff is right about this. Yeah, it was always something, right, Jeff? For sure. Denver and KC. That never been to KC. Denver though is really nice. Absolutely, Denver. Mm-hmm.
I hope to go to
Gary's right.
Great American Beer Festival. So I'll be able to. I mean, I went to Denver once, but I wasn't drinking beer at the time. I did not like beer when I went. So I totally missed the opportunity. So I'm very excited to hopefully be able to go to Denver this year for GBF.
Oh, see, you got a lot of plans. And you're right. When I commit to Barrel and Flow, it pretty much knocks a couple things off, and usually the thing off is GABF. So and GABF is just amazing. This is fun. It's one of those things that I think all beer drinkers have to do at some point, including you, Doug.
Yeah, I do have to go once.
But what you probably have to do now, Doug, is show us your second beer, right?
Let's have Angie go because she pulled out a second beer and I don't go after her.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
So this is
False Idol, yeah.
Yeah, this is a False Idol. Jeremiah, thank you, who's a brewer there. He just
he's a sweetheart.
Gave this to me. This is an imperial stout with vanilla, coffee, cacao, and ancho chilies.
Oh, it's a little zingy then.
What is it? I guess Idle Bomb. That's what it's called. Idle Bomb. And I have I'm pretty much doing Star Wars glassware. So have this. My Stout Wars. I'm already tongue-tied. I need to let this warm up anyway.
Oh, Greg and I
it's 14%. So pray my strength.
Yeah. But we met Jeremiah at Barrel and Flow last year, Greg, remember? At False Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said he was a sweetheart. I really like that guy.
Yes, I would. Sweetheart is a good word, Doug. I love that. And not often do you say, do other men call other men sweethearts? So I love that.
The
Love
little
that.
brother I never had.
Yes,
I always
he's
harass him.
Yeah, we got to get him on this stream, Doug. What the hell's going on with that?
I don't know. I think we kind of met him and we were throwing him back because he's kind of like a little nerd like us, and we were just not expecting it. And it was just we need to get him on for sure. Anyways,
Right.
did you try? Yeah, how is it, Angie?
Let's see. Let me take a
Oh, you were letting it sit, right?
Yeah. I can give you a smell.
Yes, Manny. I know.
Very chocolatey.
I got it, Manny.
Let me finish this last one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's nice. Nice, good, and chocolatey. I can I'm sure after I let it warm up some more, I'll get the chili. Those chili notes in it, but I can taste the vanilla and the chocolate is real pronounced.
Yeah, I was wondering about the chili because chili beers are not my jam, but like
just a little something. Yeah. Just a little something.
All right, Greg, did you get a second? Doug. Or do you want me to go?
Yeah, it's all right. It ain't great. It's you ever have these garage beers? Did we have these before? Did we talk about these? Don't we? Somebody talked about this, right?
I think somebody did, but I'm not sure if it was us.
Garage beer. It's a classic light beer. It's a it's an American. It's basically an American light lager. You can see how thin it is and how. So this isn't my favorite, but it's not my favorite. In fact, American light lager is probably my least favorite style, and everybody knows why, because that's Bud Light, Miller Lite, all that. And craft beer. This is a craft beer outlet, I believe. Craft beer starting to do them well. Respectfully, I just don't think this is well. That's it. This is really like this could be literally swapped out for Bud Light, and you wouldn't know it. So take that for what it is. It's nice to have craft beer have that, if that makes sense, for people who are like, we've all been in a craft brewery and people walk in, where's the Bud Light? And you're like, you look over like, man, what? But at the same time, that's where we still are in beer. So like, I know Angie talks, especially towards Black people, about craft beer being approachable. You know what I mean? And so like that's kind of where I feel craft brewers are making these. The GABF, Angie, is actually where I started to like this style, which is light lager, because I went there and I went to they have this booth called Angie, ever been to the GABF? No,
I haven't.
So one thing to look for is the winner's booth, and all it is that they just roll out the beers that won the awards. So you aren't going to get a bad beer in that area. And all I do is I literally spent like, I think 2 hours there just drinking, walking around and just trying every single one. And there was really no bad beers there because they all won awards. You know what I mean? So there was that light lager category there. And I was like, ooh, this is a great light lager. Wow. And then that's when I really started to like open my palate up to them. So but this one's really more down the straight line. There's nothing really like special about it. But if y'all like lagers, this is a craft beer option, garage beer. I believe they're out of Doug's favorite state, Ohio. And Doug has like 20 favorite states, Angie. Favorite. They're not his favorite.
At least Youngstown, Ohio, because that's where Hannah is. Dope.
Yeah, we got to give it up for Hannah.
I know. And there's five. Yeah, on top of Hannah, there's 5 craft beer, black craft beer breweries in Ohio currently, I believe. So Ohio's kind of a nest for black breweries outside of the DMV area, of course, which we know has a bunch of excellent one of them. We gotta represent like king. Sean is the man. We gotta have him back soon, Doug.
Yep.
But yeah. Doug, did you have another one quick before we
I do.
some?
Mine's
Cool.
going to be mine's also a lager, but mine's going to be a dark lager. It's dark lager.
Ooh, I love dark
Logger.
lagers.
Yeah.
So this is from Meyer Creek. This is out of upstate New York. This is made with 100% New York State ingredients, which is kind of cool. And it's an interesting can, at least. Some guy with a side trying to knock down a tree in the moonlight. This is only 5.5. Like I said, I was trying to keep it light this evening. So, ooh, that smells lovely. Me and my aggressive pour, so I'm going to let it sit for a minute before I can sample it. But as you can see,
Whoa.
I went very aggressive with the pour. So, but you can see the color in the bottom, that nice dark caramel color. That smells good. Really good dark lager. Like, if I'm going to have lagers, I'm not going to go to the light lager. I'll be going towards regular dark lagers. That's the route I'm going. Thanks, Sarah, Zach. I appreciate that. You didn't have to tell everybody, though.
So Jerry gives a tip here. GABF best to tackle with a friend, split down each row of breweries and share sips of what's good. That's a way to do it. Another tip for you, Angie, if you go this year, the one I like is especially you get overwhelmed really fast because there's so many. What I do is I like to take a sip of a sample, and if it's good, I stay there. If it's bad, I move on. That's good and bad because you can, for example, what's that? Port City? Is that Port City nearby JHG? Yeah, they're fantastic. I ended up staying there a half an hour because I just didn't leave because I had everyone I sampled was just so great. So you have that. Another one is to make sure you hit Brooklyn Brewery because Garrett Oliver is almost always behind their pouring beers. He takes this long shift, and Garrett from Baron Flow. He doesn't just dip in and dip out. He hangs out the whole day. He's drinking as much as we are, and he's just enjoying it too. So don't skip out on Brooklyn Brewery. Try to find that one. And there's always a Utopia. There's always a Utopia tasting that people go to before. Yeah. There's always Sam Adams. Always, at least when I was there, at least the one time, and I've heard it before that Sam Adams always has a special batch there. But that's always a line thing. And then lastly, Angie, please look into Paired. Paired is their pairing where they have little like hors d'oeuvres and little hand food, and then they pair it with a beer, and it's just really, really great, Angie. The thing about it too is normally when you have these paired things, it's bar food, fried food. No, oysters. There was nice little delicacy cakes, and it was just there was really no fried food there. It was just all kind of different things that was done. So really, really nice. Paired. It's probably $100. You might have to work that price out because I know we're money. I wouldn't say money strapped, but we want to go. We want to do a lot of things, so our money goes thin. How about that?
Yes.
But that's something that is, and then you can go back in and out of the normal GBF too. So it's really, really nice. Check those things out as tips because it can be very overwhelming. Yeah. So yeah, gourmet food for gourmet beer, basically. Yeah.
That's nice.
Absolutely, JC.
That's
you.
up
Yeah,
my
it was
alley.
really nice. Yep. Jerry has another tip here. Going Thursday night, get near the Dogfish Head booth for the Utopia. So that see, Jerry knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. So Utopia is like $300, $400 a bottle now.
Yeah,
no one's paying that.
I've seen it, and
Right.
I think one of our breweries they bought one, but they had a tasting, but it was during the week. I was like, y'all enjoy that. I can't go. But yeah.
Right. So like Jerry said, dip it on Thursday night and get keep an eye on that. All great tips. Jerry, you and we got to do this together, man. So then on Friday, go to the Rare Beer event for Price for
Mhm.
Prostates.
Oh,
Absolutely,
I remember you told me about.
Jerry.
I remember you told me about that one.
Yeah, and I've been to that one. Rick is a great guy who he's the one who runs that and starts that. I've been more than a couple times. I've been twice, twice, once. And Garrett Oliver's at that one too, pouring for Brooklyn. At least he was when I was there. So yeah, yeah. GBF is a whole thing, and then they got all kinds of events going on. It's just great. So really good time. Really good time. So, Doug, we're all caught up, right?
I think
We
so.
caught
I
up.
think so.
All right, so we can show some. We could do this, y'all. Doug is in the mood. Doug. Oh no, we'll do ladies first.
Yep.
Angie, what are you watching?
So I'm actually watching TV, which is so
I
rare.
know.
I know. I was kind of surprised after you told me how you usually operate. But
Yeah.
this is what you're watching, right, Angie?
Yes. Yes. So this is what I was watching. Feud Capote versus the Swans. I think they have 2 more episodes, but it has been so amazing. I love nonfiction. And this has taken me through a deep dive on YouTube as well. It is Molly Ringwald, Demi Moore's in it, Calista Flockhart. They have some big heavy hitters in this movie. In this series. I didn't realize that Feud was a series. So the first series was with Betty Davis and I can't think who the other person was, but they were doing like a little feud fight, and so I need to go back and look at that. But the other thing, of course, again, nonfiction Griselda, which was really intriguing. Sofia Vergara did a wonderful job. Of course, I had to go and look and see who the real Griselda was. I was like, y'all really took some licenses with that because she doesn't look anything like her. I was like, okay. But the real thing is what I was seeing after I watched the movie was apparently there's another part that's not in the movie, which is basically she had a whole affair with this guy. Um, I don't know if he was a worker at the prison or what have you, but she had a full-fledged, she was in love with this dude. And it's like, don't you be, messing around with me or messing around with anybody else but me. And apparently she found out, and I don't know if something blew up or something got taken care of, but yeah, she was hardcore. Griselda didn't play no games. But
Is
those were the two
Griselda a
that
movie or a series?
it was a series as well on
Okay.
Netflix.
Okay.
But yeah,
I,
she is no longer with us because she was a cartel person, and after
yeah.
she was so smart. She was a smart cookie. She really was.
Men are going to be men, Doug. Why would you get with a mob boss and then cheat on her? Like, what? Men just don't. We just don't, Doug. We just don't. Anyway, Doug, what do you, I don't. We just don't get it. I don't.
All right.
Got nothing.
I don't know. I'm gonna start with something I'm watching, and I have another one that I want to gripe about. So, sorry.
Great. Excellent.
Yes. So, I started rewatching The X-Files. The reason is I loved that show when it came out, and recently, Ryan Coogler of Black Panther direction fame got the go ahead from Chris Carter, who is the creator of The X-Files, to redo it.
Oh.
So that will be super interesting to see what direction he takes the X-Files if he decides to do it. But he got the blessing to do it from the guy who created the X-Files. So yeah, I've only got the first 2 episodes, then I watched them today because I was like, oh, well, if they're going to do that, then I should absolutely rewatch this one because I haven't seen it in probably 25 years. So I should, and as Greg knows, I rarely rewatch anything. Like I usually am just on to the next, not going to go back. So yeah, I was really happy he said. I was surprised I remembered as much as I did, considering I haven't seen it in 25 years. So yeah, that was what I started watching, and I'm going to give you what I'm going to yell about now. Yeah, that's. I hope they do that, JHG. I really do.
Doug's going to yell.
Yes, I'm going to bitch about something because it is the show I used to tell Greg to watch.
Oh my goodness! I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
You said it.
You did know it. She did know it, y'all. The narrator says she knew it.
Here's what bothers me about the show. There's a myriad of things that bother me about the show.
Oh, we could do a whole show about this show.
Yeah, it's the people watch it because it's a train wreck, right? That's kind of the appeal of the whole show. The thing is, well, Zach, you tell her to welcome to the party. Anyway,
sorry, Zach. I'm sorry.
They have all the people on that show in some one way or another are very conventionally attractive, right? And all of them have the maturity level of a fucking 5-year-old. I don't know, like a middle schooler. Like it's like a bunch of middle schoolers yapping at each other. And I used to think it was kind of fascinating, and then I'm just like, this sucks. I don't want to sit there and listen to these people who are in their 20s and 30s. Just like, I don't know. It just bothers me. It bothers me because they're so very few of them are emotionally mature in any way, and I'm like, that's got to be the key to them getting on the show, right? That has to be the key. You need drama. Like otherwise, like there's one couple on there that's very stable and they get along really well. And I couldn't tell you what their names are, but they're the couple that there's always one couple that looks like they'll make it and they will make it. But I couldn't tell you what their fucking names are. All the other idiots, I know all of their names. So that's my gripe. It's just I'm not sure I will watch it after this season. That's how much I am bothered by the emotional immaturity. And I've seen every season, so.
What is this, 7?
What's that? This is 6.
6.
Wow.
Okay. I think I'm on 4 or 3.
I've never seen it.
It's a mess. It's a hot ass mess.
It's a hot ass mess.
But it's one of those messes, Angie, that like once you see it, like it grabs you. So I don't know if you want to go down that.
I mean, all of my friends are watching it, and so they're in Discord talking about it. So they have it to where you can, no spoilers. So I see ding, 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 ding. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with this. No, let me read my book. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Speaking of this, before we move on, Nick Lachey recently did a thing on TikTok where he sang a song with somebody playing a guitar next to him, and it was fucking horrendous. And like they roasted him all over TikTok for it. It was the funniest fucking thing.
Oh, they dragged his ass. He got dragged. People like to drag Nick Lachey for whatever reason. I mean, we could talk about it, but we don't really.
It's Jessica.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, it is a train wreck. Just understand you're getting it, and
or was he talking about this? Love is cereal.
No, that would be Manny. Manny would watch that. Ooh, cereal.
Manny should be the person making it. Love is cereal, right? And we'll pick mates by what cereal you eat. I love it.
Ooh.
Right.
That would be a great dating show, is to make it just some dumb arbitrary thing. Like, we're going to match you according to the colors of your cats that you have in your home. Here you go. Go on.
Or I like Manny's idea. Make it like the challenge. I like that. Mm-hmm. Right. I watched the challenge, but I don't tell anybody on here, or
No, now
did I
we
just
all
say
know.
that?
We all know
Did I
now.
just say that? Right. Well, whatever. JG is bitching in the comments about food shaming, Angie. So I guess this is the part that we'll try to food shame you, but it may not work. But we'll see. We always
Probably
set people
won't.
up. Today is Happy National Peanut Butter Lover Day. Okay. So the first question is, do y'all love peanut butter?
Yes.
I do.
Okay. So can you tell me, Angie, you start, ladies first. Um, favorite peanut butter thing and least favorite, or like we say, worse, don't ever eat it, peanut butter thing if you have one.
Mm. So recently, I just made like a peanut butter bark with banana, chocolate, and peanut butter that has honey. That is the preferred. I'm not a crunchy. No. Um,
Wait, no
I like
crunchy?
it smooth. I like it smooth with honey, perfect like that. So,
Okay. So least favorite is crunchy. You ain't doing it. You ain't messing with it.
no, absolutely not. I do not want to chew my peanut butter. No.
What is
No,
it?
no.
Texture?
Yeah, it's like no. Either be peanut butter or be peanuts.
Okay.
Don't be middle
Okay.
ground.
No
Yeah,
mashup.
nowhere,
Okay.
nowhere in
Okay.
between. No, I'm
All right.
straight. No.
Doug?
Uh, I love peanut butter, smooth peanut butter as well. Crunchy peanut butter. I agree with Angie 100%. No, thank you. I will pass on that. I will say my favorite peanut butter thing is a peanut butter and banana sandwich, but the bread is toasted.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You toast the bread and then you put the peanut butter on it and it just melts. And then you cut up slices of banana and put it on it. And it's delicious.
Is the banana warm?
No, it's just room
This is
temperature.
a
You put
mess.
it. It can be if you eat it and the peanut butter drips out of the sandwich, but it's really delicious.
It sounds weird, but it's something
Mm-hmm.
that it's actually probably very good. I've never had it, but even though like I'm seeing in the chat about the peanut butter on the burger, I've never had it, but I know that it's probably I could see it.
I don't know why Doug is getting support from the comments. I just don't.
Hey,
I
listen,
don't know how to fuck
sometimes
it.
I have good ideas, damn it. It's not often, but
Mm.
sometimes I have good ideas.
Look at this. Look at this. This is wild.
Thanks, Amani. Yeah, Amani Fowl, give me.
You actually did it like a grilled cheese in the
Yeah.
pan.
I've done it that way too. Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good.
But then
And
your
what
banana.
is this? The fuck is this?
Oh, you never had sliced
Yeah,
apples? You never had sliced apples and just dip them in peanut butter?
that's a healthy snack.
Yeah, Greg, you need to eat healthy. Get with the program.
What is wrong with straight peanut butter silk pie? What's wrong with that, y'all? What's
Peanut
wrong?
butter what?
Silk. Peanut butter silk pie. It's like a,
Oh,
like a.
I think that might be too much.
Oh my God, Greg, you're getting roasted in the comments.
I live in a cave. Right. I hate joy. Really? Peanut butter and bananas. Get the
Hey,
fuck
this
out.
is great. I'm always the one that
Jesus
gets
Christ.
my food opinions.
Yeah.
One of my favorite candies is Reese's. Basically, peanut butter and chocolate. You can't go wrong. Peanut butter and chocolate.
Reese's cup. Peanut butter and chocolate. I don't know. Yeah.
What?
No. I'm good.
Oh.
No messing with it. No messing with it. No messing with
We were
straight
about to have a
Reese's
riot
cup.
on the show.
Right. I was about to get shamed off my own stream. Like y'all trying here. So whatever, y'all. Whatever. Canceled.
Oh my gosh.
So you see how sometimes the shaming thing, Angie, kicks back on Doug and I. That's kind of part of what happens. But my favorite is peanut butter silk pie. It's one of those pies. Perkins has it for like $4 a slice. Really, really nice. And then my least favorite is, I have to tell y'all, I mean, besides y'all's banana peanut butter, silly, wild. I'm sorry, but it sounds like some white shit. Just saying. Um,
It
sorry.
is, but it's okay.
So sorry, Jerry. I didn't mean that. But I'm not sorry to Zach and fucking JHG. So there's that. Anyway. No, crunchy peanut butter. I don't understand it. I'm with y'all. I never got it. It was like brought into my house, and I was like, "Oh, this is good." And then you get like the peanuts in your no, I don't no. So, I've never had. Wow,
That
y'all ever
sounds
had this
good.
one?
Have you ever had PB Rice
Yeah.
Krispie treats, Angie? Because I had not.
I don't like Rice Krispies. I don't like marshmallow. So yeah,
I'm with
never
you.
happened.
High five, Angie, because I'm with you there.
Wait. Aldi's has their own brand of peanut butter cups.
Dude, if you haven't all these, get your ass to them because they have all kinds of weird shit that you can't get anywhere else. Because
Yeah,
they don't
you
do
better have
name
a
brand.
quarter, right?
Yeah, well, from the cart, but like they get all, they don't do name brand. So everything's like, and they get all this shit from Germany that you can't get. So yeah.
Is that where this shit comes from?
Yeah.
Because I am I guess you'd say a label queen. So me and all these we really don't get along. I was like, where's the names brand stuff? What?
Yeah. Oh, look, and there's a new Reese's all peanut butter cereal too. Wow. Zach says crunchy peanut butter is like peanut butter and confetti.
Okay, Zach.
Less than enthusiastic response to Zach. Okay, Zach.
Okay.
You should just pat him on the head, like imaginary pat him on the head. Okay, Zach.
Angie is taking It's taking
like
less than an
that
hour
for
for Angie to know about Zach.
I really like
Yes.
that for you.
Yes.
It might
That's
be
good.
14%.
There's something else there.
I don't know.
Yeah, Zach's headed to Aldi's. Zach, you can see us on your phone while you're there, man. Look at that. Okay, Zach is the nicest thing. Okay, Zach. Okay.
Okay.
We have a third beer. Anybody have a third beer? Are we good?
Oh, I'm still
No,
working on
it's liquor after that, sweetie.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, look at that.
I have this is again, I told you a Star Wars theme.
Yep.
Darth Vader. I find the lack of faith disturbing. And this is Duar's 15 year that I have.
15.
Ooh.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, dog. I gotta do that. I gotta do that rum that I got. I still haven't even opened that shit. Remember that rum I told you? Remember you saw I got 12.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah. Oh, and I was like, ooh, and I completely forgot about it. Maybe I'll run up and grab it while y'all talk about this because we got a lot to talk about here. So we'll get to this.
That was very mellow.
Yeah, almost put me. I need a nap. Almost put me to sleep. But what's not putting people to sleep apparently is what Angie's reading. Angie, you got a whole bunch.
Yeah, and
you're a big reader. Tell us about it.
So I actually I had 3 that I just finished and starting on some new things. So I just literally finished Watch Where They Hide. Tamron Hall, which is, yes, that Tamron Hall that is a news reporter on Today and everything. This is her second book. And it didn't give me everything that it wanted to give. I would probably give it I think I gave it 3 stars. It ended up giving me, a little bit of a little pizzazz at the end compared to her first book because I like thrillers. So I like a little stabby. I like just a little bit of gore, a little bit of, thriller kind of thing. And that's what I was expecting. But this was more likened to a true news report that finds, a scoop and kind of follows through. And then the other book that I was reading, Born in a House of Glass, really ticked me off, really pissed me off because it was very disjointed. There was a piece that talked about her brother being a priest and touching someone, and I'm almost 30 pages in towards the end and said, "Brother, did you do it?" No. What the? Can we have a trial? Can we talk about it? It was just like, then it was pieces where it was talking about, oh, my father is the person who I said was my grandfather is basically my father, and oh no,
boy.
I'm not doing all this. It was very disjointed, so I did not care for it, and I'm gonna let her know. And then the bookshop sisterhood, nice, cozy, a little bit fanciful, kind of got a little bit of a fantasy because one person won the lottery and she was just so giving of her money to where she lost some of it. I was like, yeah, you act silly. So these books that I have, the books that I just recently read, they're not out yet. So basically I am reading them and giving a synopsis or my take on them to let the publisher know, hey, this might do very well or this might be trash.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Doug. What's going on with you?
All right. So I believe I have 3 to talk about. So first one I'm going to talk about is The Reformatory by Now, I heard it, I always pronounce it Tanarive Do. I've heard it pronounced that. And then when I was listening to the audiobook, because this was an audiobook, they pronounced it differently. So I'm not sure how she actually pronounced it. So the other, so I just started that. Playlist of the Dam was actually a book anthology I submitted a story for, which they declined to take on. So, but I bought the book anyhow because I was curious what they took on. This is basically, this is a horror book where basically it's an anthology. So there's a bunch of short stories about how music is used to cause all kinds of problems, like and death and gore and stuff like that. The other one, which I just got in the mail, I did not get a chance to start yet, is Nightmares of Grief by Derek Heisey, which is JHG's brother-in-law, I believe. So I picked that up.
Whoa.
That is a very thin book. So yeah, you asked what I thought about JHG in the comments. I haven't started reading it yet. I just wanted to let you know that I actually did receive it. So I'm hoping to take it on this week. But yeah, those are the 3 that I'm listening to or reading. Sorry.
Or both.
Or both.
The Good House is the first book that I read by, and see, I don't know how to pronounce her name either. Miss Dew. And she had me shooketh.
Yeah, that book was awesome. That was a great book.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it. She's really good.
Yeah.
What was that called again, Angie?
The Good House.
By this author here,
Tanarive Do.
Yeah, Tanarive Do.
I think they in the audiobook depends.
Or she's still
Tanarive is how they pronounce it in the audiobook, I think. And I was like, that's not how I pronounce it. And I've heard people mention her books before, and they always pronounce it Tanarive. So, but anyway, yeah, that house book, Angie, that's a great book. Good host.
Yeah, and what is her genre? She's what is she? Thriller, horror? Or?
Yeah. This one. I will tell you this: that Reformatory book is set in the 1950s in the South for Jim Crow laws, and the characters are all black. And it involves mental health institutions and all kinds of stuff. So that's going to dig deep. So.
And still keeping in my Star Wars theme tonight. This is what I started.
R.I.P.
I was so glad that I got my my library had this already for me. So you say R.I.P.
Right. What did you say RIP for? He's still kicking.
Oh no, I was thinking of Carl Weathers. God damn it.
I was like, wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Billy D's still kicking. You're right. My bad.
Yeah,
Doug, we're all not the same, damn it.
I know.
I was like, I saw him walking on the stage with his little New Balance shoes and his cane. He's doing well.
Right. I make fun of Doug, but the truth is that when I grew up, I did have sometimes like those two were so close aligned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they were like in the same, area, genres.
Yeah.
Both, very good looking black men, very good actors, all that. So like, yeah.
I can't wait to find out who all he slept with. I can't wait.
It's a good thing you weren't reading about.
Yeah, I hope he does. I hope he tells us. I mean,
he's going to tell us like one last memoir and shit.
He's on way to glory. He can tell me who he did.
Do y'all know how old Billy D is? I have it here.
72.
No. 76.
Billy D. Williams, according to Google, is 86 years old, y'all.
What?
Yeah.
He still looks amazing.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I don't even think Doug believes me, but we will pull out the receipts right here. Yeah.
He's born in 1937. Old. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
What's the phrase? Black don't crack? God damn, Billy D. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Still looking dope. Sexy as hell, that man. Yeah. Yeah. So that's crazy, ain't it though? So back to this real quick because people were talking about this peanut butter and celery. Okay, I got that one. Yeah. I got it. Peanut butter whiskey, Ange.
Yes.
Where you at with that? Okay.
Yeah.
That was an enthusiastic yes. I think we know where she's standing with that.
So that's Screwball, right? We're good. I mean, Screwball.
I've had that one, but there's so many others that are even better. I can't now, mind you, because I'm on my 14%, I can't tell you exactly which one it is. But yeah, I've had a couple.
Chico sticks, Oreo peanut. No idea. No clue at all.
I know Chico sticks.
This gets a big middle finger no, and I don't care who you are. No,
that's Lorenzo.
Fuck. No, Mr. Coco. No, nobody. No. With raisins? Come on. Listen, why would you waste a good grape on raisins when you can make wine? What the fuck? Anyway. No, Zach, we didn't move on, actually. The narrator says. So look, Manny loves that shit though. Manny's in the Coco. He's in with Lorenzo. It's all good. Yeah. Hard for Greg is apparently peanut butter. Well, I mean, he's not lying. Yes, Billy D. Yeah. Still one of the only few brothers in Star.
Monty's not wrong.
D. Williams.
Billy D.
Right. Everybody pans me, but I eat peanut butter and lettuce sandwiches. What?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Angie, don't hold us out on those other PB.
I'm trying to look and see if I can remember what it was that I had.
Jerry's always going to break the grain because that's who Jerry is. He likes the peanut butter, so he's
just saying that just to be different. I don't believe you.
I know. Jerry says a lot of shit that just to be different, and he means that shit. Most of it.
Okay, the one that I remember is called Squirrel, SQRRL. That's the peanut butter whiskey that I enjoyed.
Doug, can you look that up quick?
Maybe? Sure.
Yeah, that'd be great. I want to see that.
RRL, Squirrel.
Okay, it sounds like JG wants to say it. Manny, what about peanut butter and honey sandwiches? Now I've heard of this. I've never fucked with it.
That sounds like a Winnie the Pooh delicious stuff.
Yep, that is your squirrel peanut butter.
That's it.
Oh,
That's the one that
okay.
I really enjoyed.
And what are the tasty notes on it, quick, Angie, that you can remember? Is it like assertive peanut butter, or what I mean, is it smooth
No,
out?
it's
What's going on with it?
to me, it is sweet. It is something that you may just take like a shot of, or if you wanted to make a crafted cocktail, you probably would want to put like a little bit of club soda in it to kind of even out the
Mm,
sweetness. You don't want to add
mm,
anything to it. So
hmm,
it's,
hmm.
I think it's not as sweet as a screwball. Screwball is pretty sweet to me.
Yeah, that's like it's borderline too sweet for me, but
Yeah. So this one is a little bit lower as far as the sweetness consistency.
Gotcha. So I've heard of this. I don't know why you would do it, but I've heard of it.
nope, nope, nope. Angie and I both are not fans of marshmallow, so a hard pass
Nope.
on that.
Honey Jack.
Oh,
Wow. Oh,
that's that honey Jack. Is it
oh,
honey Jack Daniels or something like that?
yeah. So you mix the squirrel with the Honey Jack Daniels. Oh,
Okay,
wow.
I
All
can see
right.
that.
And then back to Tep real quick. Like that. That's what I loved about when I found out today was Happy Peanut Butter Lovers Day, Doug and Ange. Was that like peanut butter? And I was even thinking about this. Peanut butter goes with so many different things, and I knew we were going to hear some crazy ass shit like Doug and his bananas, and then the
That
whole
is not a crazy
ass.
thing. I'm warning you.
Oh no, hold on. Let me finish because the whole ass comment section agreed with Doug. So like there's that element, Ange, of like,
Mhm.
peanut butter, almost people trying to mix it with almost everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why peanut butter is fun, in my opinion, because it could just go so many different ways, and
It's
people
something
clearly
that
have a
you can
different.
literally just take a spoon of and just eat it. It's peanut butter.
That
It's
too.
wonderful.
That too. That too.
And I'm not sure
Um,
there's not a more classic sandwich than like just a straight up PB and J. Oh, okay, Manny, you could put it there if you'd like.
Oh, Manny. Okay.
well, he didn't say whose nipples. He just said nipples, y'all. So
I know. I mean,
that was-
I'm assuming it's not his.
Hey, I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
maybe Zach can. I'm good, Doug. Yeah. Look,
Sorry, that
we
was,
made we've made it through what 4 damn years without you hitting on me, and now we're here. Wow.
it was bound
Look,
to
it took
happen sooner or
peanut
later,
butter.
Greg.
Yeah, and it took peanut butter. You see that? You see that? He's not
Hey.
even drinking. He had an NA drink. What the hell's going on here?
No, I had this whole dark lager too, but that was only 5.5.
Be a sweetheart. Aw. Aw. So Tep can't eat bananas because he's allergic. But
Oh.
even I know they go with peanut butter, which is a swipe at me. So that's that's fun. Everybody's taking swipes at me. Yes, excellent. Doug, you can take a swipe at me with your third beer.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with a classic here that I don't think I've had in probably 20 years either. The good old Orval,
Ooh.
which is still one of the cooler bottles you can get.
That's
This
dope.
is a Trappist ale.
Dope
And
glass for a dope beer and a dope bottle, and
yep.
yeah.
So this is the biggest beer I'll have tonight. This is 6.9. So that was, but I couldn't tell you what the last time I had this. But I like Trappist and Belgian stuff, so this is probably going to be all I'm going to be pretty happy with. Oh, what year is it? It was bottled last year, June of last year.
Ooh. What kind of style is that?
It's just a Trappist ale. They didn't define it any more than that. So, but man, I just think that's a cool fucking bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And you know me and my packaging.
What year is that, Doug Ziegler?
I said it was June of 2023, but just like a lot of us, look how that I did not aggressively pour that at all. And that shit just came out like that. So,
Daniel says it can age well. All right.
well, the good news is I think I got this for $6 for a
All right.
bottle. So, like, it's I think it's trying to see what the size of it is. I don't know. It's not quite like a 16-ounce can or anything like that, but oh boy, that is tasty. They've been making this for fucking hundreds and hundreds of years. It should be tasty at this point, right?
Right. Even if it's a year old.
Yeah, it's not even a year old, but goodness, that is good. I mean, it's like the sweet notes and just all of it's just exactly have a nice Trappist ale. Ooh, I'm enjoying this.
All right, Doug. I have a beer here.
Yeah.
That is appropriate to the day. It's Freaky Friday. Toppling Goliath and the Other Half Brewing.
Okay.
It's called HDHC Broccoli Special Reserve Double Dry Hop Pale Ale. I'm gonna have to put my goggles on here to figure out what the hell is going on, and I can't find them, so I'll be back.
Like how he just wanders off. I like how he just wanders off.
I'm gone.
He's back. Freaky Friday is here. 2 breweries swap recipes for each other's beers. This Toppling Goliath brewed version of other half Imperial IPA is brewed with a hand-selected blend of Citra, Mosaic, Simcoe, and Blanco hops, giving notes of mango, sweet orange, pineapple, and lychee. Unfiltered. Where the am I supposed to care about broccoli? Why is broccoli all over the can? Somebody tell me. I'm done. So, yeah, Black Viking. This is a big old juicy IPA. It's pretty offensive. It's assertive. Doug would not like it. I think it's pretty good. But it's big hops, big bitterness, kind of juicy. Doug might take a sip of it, but I don't see Doug drinking a whole bunch of this. And of course, I'll probably finish it, given that it's stupidly hopped with all kinds of crazy hops, and that's just my jam, Angie. So yeah, I'm in for that. In for that. Yeah.
Oh, hey, so you were asking about broccoli.
Is another half beer. Okay.
Yep.
But y'all like confusing me because I was thinking broccoli was in the damn beer, and then I was thinking, why the hell would you put broccoli in a beer? And I like broccoli. Don't get me wrong. Do not. Y'all have already run me down for my my peanut my takes on peanut butter. So leave me alone with broccoli. I like it. Sure. So I like broccoli. You don't like broccoli, Angie?
I love broccoli. I love broccolini as well.
Broccolini. Okay, so Angie, maybe this is where you and I will have a conflict. Is the broccoli firm, soft, mushy?
Oh my God, not mushy, not at all. No, I need to know that it's there, firm, but I need to be able to, when I put the fork in it, I need to be able to cut it with the fork. I don't need to have to manhandle it. I literally found a recipe that's basically broccoli upside down. You kind of parboil it, and then you have this basic, not broccoli steak, but kind of like a steak, kind of cut into it with a little bit of chili oil and stuff like that. I'll be doing that sometime this.
Chili oil is something you can throw on damn near anything, and it makes it better.
Oh, it looks so good. I don't know why I was a vegetarian at one time, but I have some veg head tendencies, and that's one of the things that I really like.
So I like mine a little bit softer than what you get in Chinese takeout, if that makes sense. Because the Chinese takeout is generally firm.
I need a little bit.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much for me.
Yeah.
But I used to only like it mushy, but that's when I was a kid. So I grew up and I like, it's a little bit more firmer now. My youngest son, who likes to do a lot of the cooking, he'll eat it like and it's like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, me either.
I can't.
And apparently, when I buy broccoli, I have to buy an extra little piece because my dog loves broccoli.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Our dog does not. We tried to give him broccoli.
The stems?
I'll
or the
boil
flowers?
just a little bit. I'll just boil it a little bit and just let him have the whole little the flowerets and everything. So I'll buy a separate one for him.
Oh.
The other one, she was like, it doesn't taste like a cookie, so I don't want it. But my Wookie, he loves broccoli.
So Jerry explains broccoli is another half beer, no broccoli. They also have cheddar. I remember this, no cheese. Yep. Daniel says that TG hosts DeSantis. Yes, TG is of that ilk, Daniel. They make it pretty much well known out here in Midwestville. So yeah,
TG is toppling Goliath, right?
Yeah, toppling Goliath. Yep. Okay. They're the ones who have what is that? What's their beer? What's the beer, Daniel? What's the big whale beer that sells Assassin? Sells for $500 a bottle or something crazy like that.
What?
In the second market? Yeah, it's insane.
The secondary market is just insane.
Well, the first dairy market for them is I think it's like 300 or 250. So it's not. I mean, it's pretty wild actually. I don't know if they're doing that anymore. That was pre-pandemic. I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't pay them no mind that much because of this. So, that's really it. Pseudo Sue. Yeah, Pseudo Sue. That's a good beer though. They got a lot of big beers, but they're like the big IPA house, big stout place of the Midwest. They were definitely pioneers in early craft beer, and just like a lot of the pioneers, people have caught up, and there's a lot more diversity and choice out there. So I haven't got to have a lot of the pricey stuff though. Yeah. But I'm good on that. So Angie, you're good. Everybody's good, right, for beverages?
Yes.
Right, cool. So it's good to talk. It's good to talk about. We talked about at the top. Oh, Angie, I didn't know if you had any comments on what you would do if you had to spend $170,000 because you stole it in a weekend on a bender. Would it be prostitutes and coke?
It would not be coke.
Okay, you're not ruling out the prostitutes.
I'm single, so yeah.
Okay. All right. So instead of coke, what would it be? Would it be like? So I suspect it would be like some kind of alcohol bender, but maybe I'm wrong. Well, what would you do with 170 grand for? Like Doug was trying to like plan his future and shit.
I know.
Doug,
it's like,
they're gonna come and get that money, dude. You gotta.
He was doing something really good.
I have a better answer.
Yeah.
Give me some 25-year-old bottle of scotch that's fucking thousands of dollars and buy that and drink that night. That would be good.
I definitely would go back to the private jet. As someone said that
fly to a fly to a country that has a non-extradition
have the private jet. I probably go where it is legal. Vegas, I believe prostitution is legal in Vegas.
Escorts
and just kind of and that's a nice lovely escort and get an amazing massage because my back is always hurting, and
I want to rent a Lamborghini or like
Bugatti
or something like
really,
that.
I mean, because I'm going to jail, like you said, Greg. You're going to jail. So I'm gonna do some crazy shit before I get there. I want to make sure that I'm somewhere where I'm not within general population. Where's a Club Fed? I want to go where Club Fed is, where I get nice meals.
That's white collar. You would have a chance to go to Club Fed there.
Yes, that's where I'm
also. Well, I hope for that guy's sake, if that's the actual guy that did it, that guy should not go into general population because no offense, that guy won't last long.
They're gonna eat him. They're gonna eat him alive.
New fish is what we going as that guy comes in.
Well, I would try to take a private jet to somewhere that doesn't have an extradition treaty, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
And just bail. What is that? Costa Rica? Do they have an extradition treaty with us? Ecuador, Colombia, something, somebody. Come on, where's Mr. Snowden at? I won't do Russia.
You want to go to Russia? Fuck that.
No, I'm not. Because Russia, they'll lock me to fuck up the second I get there. So, like,
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, did y'all?
You got to be the ops.
Yeah.
right.
Did you guys hear the dumb story of this family that I want to say they're from Utah or someplace, but they have like 10 kids, and they were tired of the LGBTQIA plus agenda being forced upon them. So they decided to sell all their possessions and move to Russia. And they did like a fundraising thing and all this money, and they come into Russia and they immediately freeze their assets because they have no jobs there. So they're like, why is all this money coming in? And Russia assured them that they would do this and it would be okay. And now they're trying to come home because they don't know what to do. 'Cause they have no
Stay over there. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got to make a banner for this, Doug. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. You know, y'all know what this is. Y'all already know. Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready for this? FAFO.
Fuck around. Right. Sorry, JHG. My bad.
Yes, so sorry we interrupted that.
It's still right there.
Yeah.
Oh, if I'm going to jail, I'm using the money to pay off the guards, right? Oh yeah, Tucker loved Russia too, right? But right. So anyway, y'all, this month is a cool month. We are entering Black History Fuckery Month. And the reason I call it Black History Fuckery Month, Angie, is because it seems like all the racist fuckery happens within 1 month, and it's always February. It seems like, not always, but you know what I mean. They really try to pull out the stops to deflect from us celebrating our history and all that. But so February rolls into March, which happens to be National Women's History Month, y'all. And so just like we celebrate Black History Month here, we're going to celebrate National Women's History Month. And without further ado, we will start with Angie. Angie, you have someone to talk about this evening?
Yeah, so I have Sylvia Del Villard, who was born in Puerto Rico in 1928. She was a pioneer artist and activist for promoting Afro-Puerto Rican culture through dance, theater, and music. She highlighted the contributions of Afro-Latinx people and advocated for civil rights. Del Villard's legacy continues to inspire artists and activists and celebrates cultural pride and fight for social justice. So I thought she was kind of cool.
That's excellent. Doug, what's going on with you?
All right. When we were talking about this before, I was like, okay, well, there's one that I specifically remember, and it was as a lady by name of Celia Cruz, who was a Cuban, Afro-Cuban singer who actually got, I think, a Congressional Medal of Honor from Obama for her contribution to music. But just the idea that she was able to go now. She came from Cuba, and we have our notions about what Cuba's like, and they're not the villains we've always made them out to be. That's a lot of propaganda that was sold to us as they're just communists and blah blah blah. But her music is super interesting and entertaining. She's still alive. She's 77. But it's one of those things where you hear her voice, it's super distinctive, and when you hear it the first time, you're like, who is that? And you find out who it is, you will know her voice instantly. But I just thought it's super interesting to hear someone. Oh, wait, no, I apologize. I thought she was still alive. No, she died at 77. She was in 2003. But just having someone like that to kind of broaden our horizons about what music can be and where it can come from, and what ways it can make it there is pretty great. So that's my nomination for that.
Oh, I thought she was still alive. Okay.
No, unfortunately, she was born in 1925. She's still alive she's almost 100
But
at that point.
she was hooping and dancing for, I mean, up until her death. Then
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mine is still living wonderfully, and everybody should, not everybody, but a lot of people in our community should know this lady. But I want to highlight her just because she's just so fabulous. And if you don't know her, you're going to know her now, and you should know her if you didn't know her already. And that would be Ms. Fawn Weaver, y'all. Uncle Nearest. Y'all know Uncle Nearest. Y'all should know Fawn Weaver. If y'all know Uncle Nearest, y'all know the wonderful story or the horrible story that turned into a wonderful story because of all that. And yeah, so Angie, tell me if I'm wrong, but so long story shorter, y'all, for those who aren't in the know, even though I know most of y'all do know, Uncle Nearest is a brand that was created by Fawn Weaver because what happened was, long story shorter, Jack Daniels, you know that Jack Daniels? Yeah, well, that guy stole all the recipes from a black slave. I believe he was a slave, right, Angie? Is that, I'm pretty sure that's how the story goes.
yeah.
And he started Jack Daniels started his old Jack Daniels legacy on the back of this black slave's recipes and work, and never really said anything. Fawn Weaver called out Jack Daniels a bunch of a gazillion years later. I believe there was a lawsuit involved, and Jack Daniel was like, "Look, we did it. All that shit's true. We ain't fighting it." So I believe Jack Daniels then, Angie. I'm sorry. I'm kind of putting you on the spot because I think you
No,
probably know
that's
these
fine.
details a little bit better than me. And I don't want to fuck up
Yeah,
these details because they're really good. But
basically, Fawn Weaver was minding her own business, loving Jesus like she does, just like me. And she was on an airplane reading an article about Jack Daniels and Lexington, Kentucky. And she was like, there's something more here. And she was, talking to her husband, and she was like, instead of us going to I think they were going to like an international trip. She said, I want to go to Lexington, Kentucky. I want to talk to these people. I want to find out more about, this relationship between Uncle Nearest Green and Jack Daniels. And they had a really great relationship. And I've been to Uncle Nearest and Jack Daniels. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Fawn Weaver is basically the catalyst to bridging the gap between Jack Daniels and the Nearest Green family, because there's Victoria, and I was trying to pull up her name, Victoria Butler. That's what I want to, which is one of the descendants of the Nearest Green family. So what Fawn Weaver did, she did a lot of research and found the connection between Nearest Green and Jack Daniels, and she basically set up a fund for those descendants of Nearest Green to go on and get degrees if they so choose. And they have, they have actually have utilized that, and also having that Uncle Nearest location. If you're ever in the Nashville, Tennessee area, please go and see the Uncle Nearest, like the area, because it is like a theatrical. It was amazing. I've seen it twice. It's totally theater. But between seeing that and then going to the Jack Daniels location, where previously it was not anything, but now it's like, oh, they were just like, they're great friends. Okay. And to their credit, Uncle Nearest, they tried, just basically they're just saying, yeah, they were good friends. they knew of each other, and let's let that be that. They're being very, very gracious with with the story of the history. But yeah, Fawn Weaver and Victoria, which is a descendant cousin of Uncle Nearest. If you're wanting to be part of the process of Uncle Nearest, the descendants, if you're wanting to, like Victoria, she signs bottles as well. But Vaughn just literally just came out with a book about the history of Uncle Nearest that's on Amazon for like $28. And she was signing copies. She's like, hey, whatever copies get sold, I will sign them. That was like last week. So she's
good luck to her.
Yeah, her little hands are gonna be tired. But she is basically the face of Uncle Nearest, and that is really, 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 really amazing. That facility is extraordinary. They have the Guinness Book World Record as far as like the longest bar. It is massive. It is massive. They
Awesome.
they're doing a lot of great things out there in Nashville. So if you haven't had an opportunity, please go.
So a quick follow up, and then I'll let Doug jump in here, especially about the Uncle Nearest. So we know that you're a connoisseur of all kinds of liquors, wines, beers, all that. Do you have any tasting notes offhand about Uncle Nearest? Anything you can tell us about it?
I'm trying to think. So, because the last one that I tried was the rye, which I love rye. And I found out that I love rye because of beer, because someone made something that was in rye barrels. But Uncle Nearest is, if you've had Jack Daniels, you can see some similar notes, definitely. And it's going to give you a little bit of sweetness, not overly sweet, but a little bit of sweetness. And it is a nice, easygoing sipping whiskey. And you will be able to make any type of crafted cocktail with Uncle Nearest. It's very versatile. And I really appreciate that for the versatility of it. I'm not going to say anything as far as like caramel or anything like that, but maybe a little bit of vanilla notes, especially on the nose. But it's a nice sipping drink, and I should have poured that. Basically, what I've done is I've had several Uncle Nearest, and the rye is probably one of my favorites. I had that. I was making that literally last year at CBC. That and champagne makes a great cocktail.
Doug, any comments on
champagne? Yeah.
Any comments on Fawn Weaver or Uncle Nearest, or both?
Well, I will say the only things I've had from Uncle Nearest, it's 1856 and 1884. I've had both of those. I remember recalling that I liked the 1856 a bit more. What that was that made it different for me, I couldn't tell you. I'm not a connoisseur of bourbon. I know Scotch fairly well, but bourbon is not a go-to for me. But I just remember liking that one a little better. And they were also at Barrow and Flow last year. So we got to sample some, and they had, I think, just the 1884 and the 1856. I'm curious what the blue labeled rye is there. I can't really see what that is, but like that's so different of a label from the rest of them. So I'm curious what that is.
All right. Well, excellent. That concludes at least this part of our National Women's History Month Celebration, Doug. Yay. Yay. Don't I have clapping or something? All right, all right. So, with that further ado, y'all, I think we have something else. Oh yeah, yeah. Angie had a little bit of gripe with this, so
I could look it up.
look, y'all. I'm going back to the '90s. Y'all with anything? So '90s things. The graphic has a boy band there, made with my AI program. What do y'all want back from the '90s? What don't we have now that we had in the '90s? Now Angie wanted me to do the '80s, but that's A, too
Because
easy,
that's what
and
I
B,
live.
it's too
I
easy, and B, we can do a 4-hour full stream of the cool shit that the '80s gave us. But the '90s was
literally had to
lacking a
look
little bit.
something up. I was like, what was going on in the 90s? I don't know. Because I was still in the 80s in the 90s. Sorry. But
90s stereo,
so
limited internet.
Limited internet.
I was looking
Yes.
up what was going on, and so I'm looking
Yeah.
at the Chronic. The Chronic came out.
The Chronic.
The
One of the best rap
Fugees
albums
Score,
The Fugees. Yes.
and then the iconic Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So that was probably what I was doing.
Manny's Waistline. Doug. Oh,
Yeah.
see, that was
Grunge.
one of mine. Grunge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
definitely.
grunge. I loved
I
all
do-
the grunge bands. There was like one I didn't like, and I forget
Oh,
who that
there's-
was. I love them all, actually.
There were
Don't say
several I
Nirvana.
didn't like. but-
Please don't say that. Don't say that.
Don't say what.
Nirvana. Don't say that. That's not one of them.
One of the hate ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the ones that you hate.
Oh, I said I love them all. Ask Doug. He's the one who's
Yep.
picking and choosing or whatever.
That's me.
Doug, well, while we're here, so we can shame you for your music, which ones didn't you like? Let's go. Which grunge bands? You better not say the one that starts with an S, or you will be dropped.
Oh, there's several that start with an S.
Right.
What was the one that did the Runaway Train song?
Oh,
Soul
they
Asylum.
don't count.
Oh no.
That's not
Didn't like them at
grunge.
all.
That's
That
not
was-
grunge.
It was loosely tied into that. I
It's not
will recall being that I will recall thinking that back in those days you had to be like team Nirvana or team Pearl Jam, right? Like you kind of like that's how you had to be one of the two.
Mhm.
And back then I was team Pearl Jam. And then as I got older, I realized Nirvana was really great. My wife fucking loves Nirvana. So like
They're great.
yeah, I can't really think of ones off the top. Smashing Pumpkins, because Billy Corgan's voice is like nails on a chalkboard. But I still like Rat in a Cage and all that. That's a good song, but I'm just good. And Bullet with Butterfly Wings is a great tune. But no thanks.
I was team neither. JHG.
Yeah, well, you're a metalhead, JHG. You don't count.
How do the Cure?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Front 242.
I have Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me right over here in vinyl. Yes.
That's
Oh,
SP?
you hey, wait, you said
Smashing Pumpkins. Is Smashing Pumpkins grunge? See, I was under the limited thing that you had to be from Seattle to be grunge. If you weren't, you were rock or you were something else. That's how
I just thought they all had to kind of have that sort of sound.
So that narrows it down to Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Nirvana, Mother Love Bone, and that's it. Like to me, that's grunge. There's like a couple other ones. It's tight. The rest are rock bands, and that's nice, but like I don't know. But like Doug, that's how I looked at it. But Doug is right though. It almost like kind of morphed into like it wasn't just a Seattle thing at some point, in my opinion. But like, yeah. So another thing is people said I saw this. So I saw this online, and it sparked my thing. People said the lead singer. They said Chris Cornell of course, is the old lead singer of Soundgarden and the lead singer of Linkin Park. What's his name?
Chester
Yeah.
Benningfield.
So that's what people said. That's what I saw someone mentioned. Like that's who they went back from the '90s is those two fellas because they're no longer with us. So there's that. Also, JC agrees with me about grunge, meaning that it's like that little area, from like Seattle, basically. And that's why I'm like, when people say like to me like grunge, if you just take the Seattle thing only, like to me it's hard not to like. And if you like one of those bands, you like them all. That's kind of how I almost felt. But Doug was right though. There was that Pearl Jam thing back and forth, just like it was like the Guns N' Roses and Def Leppard. Remember that?
Yeah.
The 80s. That was like 86, 87. What's up, Angie?
I was like, yay, Def Leppard, yay.
Yeah, I know. I was the Def Leppard for Guns N' Roses, but really good. My son was singing "Sweet Child of Mine" last night. So, I mean, my son, my son's not even 20. So,
and
like,
he probably sang it better than Axl Rose does now because he sounds terrible now.
Really?
Probably, but it just shows how that song still tracks and it's still, still around even for the kids today still love it. So, yeah, grunge died a quick death. Yeah, well, JSG again, from my point of view, it was only 3 bands or 5 bands, so like, of course, it was going to like peter out at some point. But JSG, grunge did, Nirvana did spur Foo Fighters, who are still around today. So there's that interesting angle of it. Yeah, even flow guitar comes up, I gotta pull over and feel it. That's great. Axel sounds like he has donuts stuck in his throat. But Doug, I don't know if you know, Axel Rose gets on Twitter and runs down MAGA people all the time. So
yes, he does.
Shout out to Axel. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He's having none of that shit.
His voice may have not aged well, but the rest of them did. So
it's interesting because it seems like the kind of band that, but now the other thing is like, but you think, well, maybe he's not in that, but like one of his bandmates was Slash, is Jewish, and like maybe he just was
half
like
black.
A lot more. Yeah, I think so too. So it's like, oh, okay, well, it makes more sense that way. But yeah, it's I don't. Vince Neil sounds equally as horrible.
He sounds really bad, right?
Wow.
But that's another '80s hair band now, Angie. Next time you're on, we'll talk about the '80s, Angie, for sure. I wanted to make it tough for you. Yeah, it just JHG.
Boo.
JHG turned into Zach. That was really, really bad, JHG.
Yeah, that wasn't great, dude. Man.
And I'm a bad person because I'm laughing at that shit. Anyway, Doug. I
have something to bring back from the 90s.
Oh, Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, there's another one. See, they weren't grunge at all. See, I don't consider them grunge at all.
No, I wouldn't either. And I think, but they were also out at the time when like Public Enemy was starting to come to the fore, and like very politically minded bands and rap artists that were like, that were just, all right, we're bringing all our shit, Fugazi and all those fuckers, like just bringing in, just not having any of it. And that was great.
Daniel has to add here. Yeah. I don't think I thanked you, JC, so I'm not sure why you. Not sure why that was, but so yeah, I think we've went through everything here.
No, we did not. I didn't talk about my thing to bring back for the 90s, and I have a good one.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doug. Yeah, what's going on? What do you want to bring back from the 90s, Doug? My bad.
NBA jerseys. Fucking Seattle Supersonics, the old Orlando Magics, the fucking old Toronto Raptors, even the fucking Utah Jazz jerseys from back then were awesome. Like, they were just awesome jerseys. And if you want to go real classic, that was the heyday of Michael Jordan and the Bulls jerseys, that very classic look. Indiana Pacers with the dark blue jerseys with the little yellow stripes, the real thin yellow stripes. Like I just loved all those jerseys. Starter jacket, but that's in that same vein. Good call, Jeff.
Yes.
Mm.
So I'm pretty sure this should happen. Your comment, Doug, sparked my idea just now. Remember and I'm not a baseball fan at all, but remember the fun it was before we found out that they were all roided up and everything. The Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire summer, wasn't it one summer where they were going back and forth about the the home run thing? And like I remember my friends and I would show up. We would literally go to the bar, and that's what we used to do to see Michael Jordan too, because there was no like cable or anything. So we would all like roll up to the bars and watch Jordan do his crazy shit. And then it was that home run derby. It was that one summer that was just really, really fun. I'm not a baseball fan at all, and I really wasn't that much back then, but I did get caught up in that so was it 1998? I did get caught up. I thought it was sooner than that, y'all. Or I thought it was earlier. I thought it was maybe 95. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, it was really fun. I would take that back because again, I don't enjoy baseball at all now. But the excitement of all that and everybody having a good time with it was really, really cool.
That was the Sosa McGuire thing, I believe. So.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool until we all found out they were all roided up and all that, and then people
as if we didn't know that. Looking at both of them, they both were like walking out like they couldn't they had to turn sideways to get through a door frame.
Oh my god!
Yes, but like it wasn't like you know what I mean. Like it was at least that time where we could enjoy it before we got into all that shit, and then I don't know. I just enjoyed it. I thought that snapshot in time was fun. When people didn't really care about anything else besides the stupid baseball home run thing and Michael Jordan dominating basketball, which was fun too. Because it was just like a whole bunch. It was either you loved Jordan or hated him. So you would just show up and either root for him or root against him, and then there was all that camaraderie, and it was just like LeBron James is kind of the same way, but it's still kind of different. The internet wasn't around, Ange. The 24/7 internet wasn't around, so that affects things negatively and positively, I would argue. But yeah, that was a fun time. Yeah.
A mess.
Jeff, the last time I saw him, I think he was pink. Is that weird? And I don't even want to make fun of that because I don't know if that's a health condition. You know what I mean, Age? Like we all kind of. So. I don't think so either, but I don't want to. I without knowing, I don't want to be like, because sometimes that whole Chris Rock thing with the alopecia and all that, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's almost like, yeah, we're gonna.
It's sad either way, even if it's something that is a health concern. It's sad, or if it's, I am so into the colorism of it all has got me to going to this way to where I've had to chemically alter my skin color. Is sad. So yeah. He doesn't look good either way.
That's true. Even if it's intentional, it's sad. Right. I just don't want to but I'm more likely to shame him for doing that than if it was something that was out of his control, if that makes sense. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? So right. I can shame you for that, actually. Not how shaming goes. I mean, it's whatever, right. But if it's if it's like Jada Pinkett Smith, alopecia, I find it harder to make fun of her for that, given that she didn't choose that, and that's just her life and all that. Now I will make fun of her about her and her her man and all that. I will go there, but that's another. I don't know. We're not gonna go down there. Ain't gonna go there. I love Will Smith, actually. It's just sad to see him do all that and get all angry.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm not even trying to go there. But I did. So yeah.
Don't get entangled.
No, I ain't trying. Actually, I actually want to untangle all of us and start the slow move here to wrapping up. Angie, we love having you. It's fun. We love following you. One more time though about so you recently started a nonprofit, right? Is that did I hear that right?
Yes. So
Yeah, let's talk. Let's get into that.
So basically, what I've done is being Black and Craft. It was basically Brandon
Montgomery.
Dear Travelers. He developed something just like on Clubhouse. He was like, "Hey, I'm not, I don't have the time to really do it. Does anybody else want to keep this going?" Because we were during the pandemic, everybody was in the house. It's like, okay, so it was just me, Chris, and Kendrick. Chris, Beer Quest TV, Kendrick. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna forget the name of his company. I don't know why I can't think of it. Pine House. That's not right. But Kendrick in Houston.
Oh, I got it here. I think I'll show you in a second.
I don't know why I can't think of it. Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, you're blanking it out. It happens.
We were,
It happens a lot.
just basically doing Clubhouse for a couple of years, and it morphed into a podcast, blogging, and all that great stuff. So we kind of decided to make this kind of platform. And so I know that, Chris is busy because he's in the Netherlands. So he's not able to be on the call because we were doing Clubhouse. But as far as 2024, it's like, let's get off Clubhouse because I do not know how long this is going to be. This is going to, be as far as an entity. And we went to doing StreamYard. So I have basically set up the organization as a nonprofit, and we've been kind of plugging along with that. Basically what I want to be is the NPR of craft beer. So you can follow me with on IG, Being Black and Craft Co. We have a FB Facebook account, which is Black and Craft. And we also have a YouTube channel, Being Black and Craft, because we go live every Monday at 7 p.m. Central. And yeah,
So subscribe on YouTube, y'all, and you'll get those notifications. You got to hit that bell too. You'll get the notifications.
Do that as well as we are available on all platforms as far as podcasts, Being Black and Craft, and we're trying to get monetized. So make sure that you follow us as far as like on the podcast, Being Black and Craft. Listen to an episode. Don't listen to it. Let it play on in your background. Go and do whatever, because we're trying to get monetized. So whatever we can do to get monetized, that would be helpful.
Also, click over to daddyporter.com YouTube and do the same thing over there, y'all. So yeah, Ange. Doug, do you have any questions for Ange here about being Black and Craft and any of this stuff?
No, I was excited when you were like, I'm going to do this. And I was like, great. So Greg and I immediately joined up and, was trying to promote it as best we could. So yeah, it's a good thing. And thanks for putting that together, because we need more voices that have representation,
And now that I notice, I'm going to jump in the comment section like Zach does to us over here. So
yeah, come and join us. Come and join us. Right. This coming Monday, we're going to have Soul Mega, which again, I talked about as one of the festivals that I'm going to be going to in August. We literally just had Sean this last Monday at with Black Viking. So
yeah.
We record those. Those are always available. You know, you can always review them as well as listen to the podcast.
Excellent, excellent. So now it's without further ado.
All right, Angie, you first. Review. Tell us what you had.
Let's see. What did I have? So tonight I had Love Street, Blonde, and then I had the False Idol, Idol Bomb, which is Imperial Stout. And lastly, I guess I'm double fisting. So I have a little bit of Idle Bomb right here, and then I have the Doers 15.
All right. Doug?
I can't say that I had anything bad tonight. All my beers were good, so I'm not going to rank them. So I had the Orval, really great Trappist beer, the Dark Lager, which is a dark lager made with 100% New York State ingredients, which is cool. Good thinking, drink local. And this was superb. The NA Chouffet. This was really good Belgian NA. I'm going to see if I can't find more of this because I would love to have a stock of that in my fridge. That's really good.
Wild. It's just wild how far NA beers have come. And it's a good thing. My beers were, they're all right. This was the best one, Delta beer, Pilsner. If you're on the area, it's one of their 5th anniversary beers. Go grab it. This beer, Garage Beer, out of Ohio, y'all. If y'all like light lagers, you want a light lager for the spring, this is going to be good. But it's really straight down the line. Really, really, really Bud Lightish, for better or for worse. And the last one here was this Topping Goliath broccoli thing with other half, big juicy, big offensive, big assertive IPA. I got this from a beer exchange, so I don't typically buy Topping Goliath for reasons why we mentioned before, but I got this when I tried it. It was good. It was fun beers. So yeah, Doug and I actually currently, y'all, little inside ball, we don't have a guest next week, so we might show up with a guest, we might not show up with a guest, or we might not show up at all. That's the wild card, y'all. We'll see what Doug and I come to this weekend, and otherwise, if we don't see you next week, we will see you the week after with who, Doug?
Imani Powell. Man, it's been a long time coming. We've been trying to get Imani on this show. We had to reschedule him once. Man, I can't wait to have him talk about his, homebrewers club and everything. And
he grows his own hops. He's amazing.
Yeah, can't wait to have him on here.
And then the week after that, y'all, I will not be here, but we will have another takeover. We had the Badger Beer Hour takeover. Kind of had a little bit of a takeover last week with the Stephen King. So Doug will be anchoring our next takeover. I anchored our first one. Doug will anchor our second one. We're going to tease that one and not tell y'all, but it's someone that y'all know. He's been here before. His guest has been here before, and y'all will enjoy it. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Doug and I worked on that one pretty hard, so that will be fun for y'all. I'm going to see Circles Around the Sun, y'all. They are, for lack of a better way to describe the band, they are a Grateful Dead kind of tribute band. They play the Grateful Dead tribute tour, because the Grateful Dead still tours even though they're not touring.
Right.
And they are like one of the warm-up bands, so they come out in between bands to play this wonderfully psycho funk disco old, like this instrumental trippy mushroomy music. Psychedelic rock is what they call it. It's just wonderful, and it's all instrumental, and it's just laid back. It's just great. My whole family went the last time, so we're all going to go this time, and it's going to be a good time. So I'm taking a week off for that, and Doug is going to anchor a wonderful takeover. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And so we will tell y'all about the takeover next week, or the week after, but that's on the horizon for y'all. So on that note, we are going to say bye to Angie, and hopefully we see her in person this year. But if not, we at least got to spend this time with you now, and we are grateful for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank y'all
we are
for
so
having me.
And thank you for joining us. And we're so happy. I'm going to do a dance first. Doug, you know that
sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
So you never know, Doug.
I love that clip.
It's a mixed bag here. It sometimes can be good, and sometimes can be shit. So y'all were warned. Angie, thank you.
Thank you, Angie.
Thank you.